Alright everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. In this video, it's like a continuation of the last one. Last one I had the trainers, now I have 3 of the injured. And I just want to get like how their accident happened, how they felt about it, and everything like that. So let's go ahead and ask them some questions. So how did your injury happen?
My injury happened in 2000. I was 17 years old. It was the summer in between my junior and senior year of high school. It was just a typical Saturday. I was living in Tampa, and I was actually on my way to meet my mom at Busch Gardens to get our annual pass pictures taken. I was on a major highway in Tampa at a red light. I was probably the 5th or 6th car back in the line. I glanced in my rearview mirror and I saw a Mack truck barreling down on me, and I pretty much knew I was going to get hit. I was rear-ended by him. He was going 55 miles an hour. He never hit the brakes, and it caused what is basically known as a burst fracture. So the force of the impact causes the bone around your spinal cord to explode, and in my case, it sent an arrowhead piece of bone fragment into my spinal cord and partially severed it at the C6 level.
And that left you as a quadriplegic, right?
That left me as a quadriplegic. I was flighted to Trauma 1 Hospital, Tampa General, and was pretty much immediately put into surgery to stabilize the fracture. I was also in a medically induced coma for 3 or 4 days, and when I came to, they pretty much told me you're paralyzed from the chest down. When I was initially hurt, I couldn't move anything. Like, I barely had bicep control. I couldn't feed myself. I couldn't brush my teeth. I couldn't sit up. It was devastating.
Well, go ahead and lift up your arms now. There you go.
It's crazy that I'm able to move my fingers. Most C6 injuries, that type of recovery, just you don't see it or hear about it often. Doctors right away were quick to tell me, just focus on what you do have and be grateful you're alive, and that's it. And in my head, I was just like, no, that's not it. There has to be more. And I pretty much committed my life to improving my arm strength and improving my finger strength for the next, 2 years. And it took about that long for me to have a semblance of what you see now.
And then, what is something you would tell someone that has a spinal cord injury, like right now, or is going to happen?
Right. So back in 2000, you couldn't just hop on the internet and do all the research that you can do now. The main thing that I would say is at your disposal is technology, and use it. So get on the internet, start researching the latest and greatest, and don't listen to physicians when they hand you that death sentence of, oh, you're not going to recover past this line, or you're not going to recover past this time point, because that's just so inaccurate. It's so not true. It's such an old way of thinking. This field, the neuro recovery field, has really, really, really evolved, and there's just so much out there that you can do to improve your circumstance.
All right, so how'd your injury happen?
Yeah, well, my name is Valentin. My injury happened last year, 2018, February. It was a Monday, just going to work. I'm a former water damage technician, and I got an assignment to set a ladder for an adjuster so the adjuster can go up on the roof and take pictures. So I wasn't supposed to be going up. So when I first got there, it was actually a 3-story home, and I called the office like, hey, dude, we never do 3-story homes. I just have a ladder to only reach 2-story. They're just like, oh, that can happen, do your thing. You are a technician. So I was just finding the way. So I found in the back of the yard, it was a balcony. So I was like, all right, let me see if he can work in the balcony. So I just set the ladder, and he barely reached like this to the roof. So normally when you set a ladder, so the ladder has to be like that, so you can get to yourself like standing, so you don't have to be on your knees. So when I set the ladder, the adjuster was like, I'm not gonna get up. So I was just trying to support the company, blah blah blah, and I'm like, all right, let me just go up so you make sure it's so you'll see that safe. So when I went all the way up, and it was like I was just right there, so the ladder actually felt weak, and he just like slammed like 3 steps down, and I really was just like this. So I was trying to catch momentum to push it back, you know.
In the movie.
Yes, like in the movies, I was like, oh, he's going down. I gotta make some move. So when I did this, you know, and I was trying to push it, so I took too much momentum. He was falling, so I knew I was about to fall off. So you know, you gotta think with seconds. So I just pushed myself aside, so the ladder won't come out on top of me. So the ladder went all the way straight to the balcony. When I pushed myself to the side and I was falling, he actually hit the middle of my back, the corner, the edge of the balcony. It was like made by wood, so he hit there, and I bound, you know, and it wasn't that far from the floor. So basically, I just got injured here, like. So when the paramedics showed up, all I was thinking was about my chest. I wasn't even thinking about my legs or something. I was awake. I never lost conscience. And they told me, oh, what's up? I'm like, I don't know, man. I just feel like the bone is coming out here. What about your legs? When he told me about my legs, I was like, oh, wait a minute. So I was feeling that my legs were floating like this, like shit. So they already knew what's up. And for that, I don't know. They just took the helicopter and sent me to the hospital, and that's how it happened.
When they told you the news that you were like paralyzed, what did you think?
Well, I mean, first thing that the doctor told me was, "Hey, dude, we gotta do surgery for you tomorrow. Are you down with that?" I'm like, "Yeah, man. Whatever you gotta do." So they just did surgery on my back to establish my back, whatever. They put some stuff in there, and then yeah, he told me, "Hey, you're incomplete, but all you gotta do is just do recover, like, you know, do therapy and all that. Just work on that, and God knows when you're gonna feel it back. We don't know, so just keep it going and trying to be healthy." So after he told me that, thank God that I'm a guy with a positive attitude. I'm like, that's it, okay, I'll work out. Then I took it that way. So when someone tell you that, you don't listen to the bad stuff. All you gotta listen to is like the small possibility. So since he told me to be healthy and work myself up, I'm like, I can do that if it's possible. And I wasn't praying, but my brain was thinking, no, I can do that, you know. And that's it. And after that, I went to Atlanta to do the therapy section, everything, so I can be back on track.
What kind of improvement have you had being here?
When I first got injured?
Like from injury till now, what kind of improvement?
Oh man, from injury to now, I forgot to tell you that after I got injured, because the way that it was my back, I had to wear a chest brace. Man, when I was working in Atlanta, I couldn't do much because that was on the way. I couldn't like even go forward with that on. Basically, I was working out on pain every time, and with that thing, they made me, I don't know, they made me a beast, let's say. And I didn't realize it. They told me, man, I think that chest press is helping you out. So after they took that off, like after 3 months, they're like, what the heck, man? They just realized that it was all me, that wasn't helping me at all. And I would got even flexible. Like that was holding me to do transfers. First time I did a transfer without it, I was almost like standing and going forward, like whoa, you know. It was like too much momentum on. But I feel like what it changed was just my flexibility to do stuff, and because I was doing too much, my job was trying to make sure don't be scared at all. Trust you, share, and trust yourself, and use the leg as you doing stuff.
And you said, what's something you would tell somebody that has a spinal cord now, a spinal cord injury, or is going to have one?
What should I say to them?
Like advice.
I mean, what should I say to them? Man, what is always good about is being surrounding people that are positive as you. That's all you gotta take. You always need to take good attitude for good people. I'm very glad that the friends that I have, also family that I have, they keep, you know, if there's friends that they keep treating you like always, you know, like messing around with you, like giving a smack or whatever, they don't care about the chair. Trust me. That's it. That's all you need. Because you feel you. All you gotta do is just feel you and move forward. That's
Right.
it.
Christian next. So how'd you enter that, man?
Well, mine is different from these guys because mine is not paraplegic or quadriplegic. Mine is brain injury. Okay, so when I was 13, I came down with a case of laryngitis, and about 2 weeks in, I was just chilling on the couch, and I just got super uncomfortable, like spasms going crazy. And my mom came home and she rushed me to the hospital. And after full MRIs and other tests, I had a demyelination in my basal ganglia part of my brain, which controls motor function, coordination, all that stuff. So it left me unable to talk, walk, and use my arms. So yeah.
And how'd you feel when it happened? Like when you heard all the
I
news?
was devastated because I was a drummer in a rock band. I was in the prime of my life. I was doing good in school for the first time ever. I finally had my life together. And I was kind of went to crap in a matter of minutes. It's crazy.
How long were you in the hospital?
I was in the hospital for I was in Ulnar Palmer for about a month. Then I went to Brooks Rehab for 2 months, same place you were at, which was a horrible experience, but that's a story for another time.
I hate books.
And that was gross. I'm just saying, like, the whole place was horrible. That was hell. That was easily the worst 2 months of my entire life. It was horrible.
And when you got out of the hospital, how'd you feel? Like, what was your outlook on life?
Well, a bit doom and gloom, to be honest, at first, but then once I realized I could do some of the stuff, it just all sort of clicked. And I can walk now. I have somewhat control my arms, but my left arm still gives me a hard time. I can talk, obviously. So yeah, I don't know.
And then someone that like had the same, what would you say it was? The
Brain
laryngitis,
attack,
right?
autoimmune disorder.
Right. Someone that has the same thing as you, what would you tell them, like advice?
Well, I'd say find yourself a place like core, a place that'll get you up out of your chair, a place that's designed to help you achieve your goals. That's all I got.
What was like the hardest thing to like mentally get over? Like physically, yeah, but what was the hardest thing like mentally to get over? Like this is what I have to do, and I have to work this hard to get to where I want to be.
I think it's all about your mindset. You know, at first, I was really just sad. You know, I was 17. I was about to graduate high school. Like, I felt like my whole life just almost like Dana died, and like there's this new person left, and that was really scary. But I went up to Shriners in Philadelphia, which is a hospital that is solely for kids. And while I was there, it was just such an awakening because there were kids there that were younger than me and that were in worse condition than me. And I really realized, A, I wasn't the only one, but B, I was really fortunate to have made it all the way to 17 and got to have the life that I had. And I just really wanted to honor that and honor my family by fighting as hard as I could. And so it's really about your mindset and just having an appreciation for everything that you do have, which is your life, and you know, just being so grateful for that, and then taking that gratefulness and turning it into hard work. I mean, and since my accident, I've graduated college with honors. I built an accessible house by myself. I had my daughter who's about to also graduate high school.
You got her once you were after the accident,
Yeah,
right?
I had her post-injury, and I've been with her dad for 20 years, so like that's something that was really scary too. Was, you know, is anyone gonna ever love me like this? And absolutely, there's people out there that just don't see the chair, and I would say gravitate towards those people because they are really the ones that help you remember who you are and remind you that, you know, Dana didn't die. Dana's still here.
You got a question?
Is there any one person that had like the biggest impact on like your recovery? That was like there for you the most, or that just you couldn't have done it without?
Who's helped you the most, Christian?
Like my mom for sure. She's helped me with just about everything. I mean,
She pushes you hard.
Also adding to the mentality, you know, it's crazy because in the beginning you start thinking like, man, this sucks, you know, but of course there's moments that when you're alone or something, you know, you feel a little sad, but then sometimes you gotta think that it's your life, but it's not always about you. Sometimes you feel like around yourself, people being sad too. So I'm like, man, I'm somebody. Like I cannot be selfish, you know, like that. So I gotta do things for my family, for my people. You know, you cannot be selfish. You be like, oh man, so I'm just gonna let myself go and that's it. No, people care about you. People care about me and everything. So after you have that mindset, that mentality, then it opens up all the doors, you know, like she said, you know, like you never think how people is gonna, you know, they are gonna see you. But I don't know, I mean, those mentality when it comes to that's just new people around you. That's kind of like the less you gotta think. Sometimes it's better to think about how new people's gonna look at you first. After you feel comfortable, you'll be like, yeah, this is what's up. Then care less about that, and then whatever comes to you, like, and you see how it comes. So you be like, okay, this is, you know, someone that can be around me and blah blah blah. And just pick yourself up.
I have a question.
All right, go.
Don't video me for it
Find
now.
out.
You gotta speak up though.
Okay. So how often or have you ever experienced a situation that was inaccessible or a place that you wanted to go that was inaccessible, you didn't realize it beforehand, and then had to deal with it, or I actually interned during college in Washington, D.C., which, I mean, that city was a historical city that was built way before the 88, so I would run into a lot of times where I just couldn't access a building that I needed to access. And what I learned quickly is that the good people out there far outweigh the bad people. And people just like on the street or in the building, they would see me struggling and they would be like, hey, I got you. And they would help me like find a way in or find a way around. And I mean, those people will never know like the impact they had on my heart. Like I still think about them to this day, you know, just how appreciative I am of the fact that they really are the ones that gave me access to, you know, something that I didn't have access to before. So look for the good, you know, look for the good people because they really will go out of their way for you.
Well, for me, the accessibility, man, when you're thinking also about traveling, it's kind of like, it gets you. Because number one, you gotta bring your stuff that you use in your house. You need to know how to find like portable stuff, you know, to make you feel comfortable. But if you're traveling out of the country, oh man, that's a different story. There's a lot of places that they're not that much accessible. But it's always good to remind her how it is. Some people, they might don't understand what spinal cord injury is, because that's what happened with me when I went back to the ER. They think that you're sick, so they don't understand this, you know. So when they see me, they're like, yo, but you look good. I'm like, yeah, you just don't understand what's up. Then when they just realize how it is, they try to make it the most accessible as possible. But yeah, like they build ramps, and you know the steps over there, they're not that smaller right here. Here you try 2 inches, 4, 6. In my country it's like 8 inches. Like Jesus, I cannot even do it. Like there's no way. So they just they just make up like some ramps to make up, you know, some accessibility. And yeah, but here also it depends. Like sometimes there's places that you cannot get into, and like you said, there's people out there that you might not realize, but they'll help you out. Like it was, for example, I went to downtown. It was a bar that had like only a big stair office. The office, I don't know if you have been in the office. Oh man, like the commission's like, oh, I got you the you know, the bartenders or whatever. The dudes like they just pick me up like whatever. They're like, I got you, man. If you're late, just let me know. So it is what it is. You gotta take it. You cannot be selfish, like I said. You cannot be selfish. You cannot be like, oh, I got this. You know, you gotta let people help you. So when it comes to that.
And another thing that I've noticed is like sometimes I go to concerts and some of these venues are pretty sketchy, and some of them don't have ramps. But some people out there will help you with these into the venues. So yeah, plug in, so just keep an eye out for good people.
One thing about this injury that I think is like such a positive is like I would have never met Nate. I would have never met Dawkins. So would have never met Christian. I don't know. You probably would have come and found me somehow. We were meant to be Christian. But yeah, like there's so many people that I would have never met if it wasn't for this injury, and I just feel so blessed to know you guys. I'm inspired by you guys daily. You know, not every day, you know, do we all feel positive or like go getter every day, but you know, I come to the gym and I see these guys, you know, busting hump out of the corner of my eye, and I'm like, man, I got to get it too. And you know, they really push me. So I just want to say thank you, and like I'm glad all of you guys are in my life.
Thank you.
The ones that are on the other side that say no way, because you really work hard. I mean, sometimes we don't appreciate what you have. Like you said, you gotta focus on what you have. We all have issues. I mean, like you, sometimes you don't wake up on the best day of your life and you don't want to do things. So you are always encouraging. You always like working. And every time I see you here, when I go back home, I'm like, I'm not allowed to complain. I can't complain really. I don't have anything to complain. So you're truly an inspiration to a lot of people, and I'm sure you bring the best, the love, and the goodness out of a lot of people. Now just get used to, you know, you go out there and you think it's that you got to fight, that you got to just hit up to get there and not the other one, but it's not always like that. And I think a lot of times you bring that out of people. I have family members that they had accidents like you. I have a common member that's in Italy, and he had an accident on a motorcycle like 10 years back, and he's in a wheelchair as well. Their accessibility on their streets and infrastructure is not the same as here. So you got a lot of things. That's not something you have to know, and you just gotta keep working hard and keep inspiring people.